Okay, let me just clean my glasses.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Commissioner, almost. Good morning, everyone. It's 9 o'clock, December 30th, 2024, and I'll call the special Commissioners Court meeting in session now. Appreciate all of you coming in today. We've got a short agenda, Commissioners. We'll begin with roll call by our County Clerk, Mary Jane Benoni. Mary Jane, good morning.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Judge Rathmel.
Present.
Commissioner Mendoza. Commissioner Morales.
Present.
Commissioner Solis.
Present.
Commissioner Garza.
Present.
We have a quorum, Judge.
Thank you, Mary Jane. Will everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Communications Commissioners, I guess everyone's enjoying Christmas time with their families, and I think New Year's is right around the corner, 2025. We will be having the oath of office to many of the officers here on, of course, a little after midnight tomorrow night on the 1st. So if the public is interested, we will be here at the Commissioners Court meeting room for that to take place, and look forward to that.
Judge, I know a lot of people still have family over, for the holidays and stuff. They've been asking me if it's gonna be a half a day today. I'm okay with it, if everybody's okay with it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're off.
Tomorrow they're off today.
Oh, today.
Today. I know a lot of people still have family over, so they're sleeping in right now. I'm okay with it as long as everybody's okay with it. I know I got a lot of calls about it, so.
Yeah, they were.
Well, I think most of our offices are empty anyway, so let me see the courtround.
Asking for a friend.
I think there was a few of us here last week during Christmas, right before Christmas, so that's fine, Commissioners. No problem with that. So we had a special meeting. We've got one action item with some grant funding, so we'll get right to it. We'll deliberate and consider action on an item number 6, is to designate the authorized official, the financial officer, and the project director for fiscal year 25, Operation Lone Star number 4372602, effective January 1st, 2025. So Commissioners, of course, this grant was awarded to Zapata County for Operation Lone Star. The amount was a little over $1 million for fiscal year 2025. And it was due to begin, I'm trying to get the full total, September 1st. You know, we've been having some discussions as how we can activate this grant and make sure that we obligate the $1 million, especially most of the funding now is mainly for the Sheriff's Office and emergency services. There is no court administration as far as prosecution side to it. We've had discussions with the Governor's Office as to how and I think we have 4 current cases right now in the county pertaining to OLS arrests. And we've been having discussions with the Governor's Office as to how Zapata County can prosecute these cases if we don't have the funds for court reporters, court interpreters, and assistant attorneys. They did respond actually on Friday, and we, of course, the first thing is they said you need to activate the current grant that was awarded. And after that, they did give us a list of grants that the county has not been able to provide the information regarding the grants. One of them is Operation Body Cameras Grant. They need budget line item adjustments and revisions. The Emergency Operations Grant needs budget items and updates to the narrative And we've got a consultant, we made contact with him, Carlos Colina Vargas, regarding that. They did advise us of the Victims of Crime Program Grant, 497-5901. Requires letters explaining the non-use of volunteers and how the project is not supplanting, as well as updates to the activities and victim services tabs. They need the Frontline Wellness Program Grant, 497-6401, requires a budget adjustment and copy of the overtime policy, as well as adjustments to the narrative, activities, and measures tabs. The LBSP Grant 3615605 requires a copy of the CEO Law Enforcement Certification and Assurances Form and Resolution. A budget adjustment was also, does that have any water? Be submitted to reconcile line items with the final awarded amount. And then the BZFD Grant 5054701 needs to have budget line items updated as described in the 12-5 note from the governor's office. So basically, the problem we're having, and the problem the governor's office is having is, and this was a recommendation, we would encourage Zapata County to consolidate the management of all awards under the same grant officials in order to maintain continuity and avoid miscommunication or delays. So that the problem we're having is, yes, most of these grants were in the sheriff's office. They were the authorized officials. I believe only the OLS grant is under my office.
There's one under Fire Chief Daniel Arriaga also.
Okay, so. Yes.
So there's a total of how many grants?
I-
Is it 6 or 7 that are still active right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of those 7, 5 are in the sheriff's office, and they're needing, any information that is required. There, unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of communication with the sheriff's office this past years, and it has created a problem now moving forward. So their recommendation is, and I believe the county judge's office is the one that's suited to have these consolidations include and have the authorized official to be able to keep. It's very difficult for me, and I don't know, Mr. Auditor, if you kept tabs on all these grants.
I deal with the sheriff's department with them.
But they're not complying with.
As far as I'm concerned, they're complying on them. I need to look at them. I mean, right off the bat.
Well, they're saying that they're missing all these reports, and you can have what they say.
Well, I need to look at them to see
Yeah.
if, what's missing, what's not missing.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a possible holdup.
I know the one with Colina Vargas, that one's been an issue
Yeah.
since the beginning. But the other ones, as far as I know, I get emails on them when there are things missing, so.
Well, then have you been able to,
Like I say, I mean, I didn't get that list like you did, so you're
I
catching
think
me kind of off guard right
I think
now.
moving forward, Judge, with Sheriff-elect Ramon Montes, we shouldn't have these issues. I think we're gonna have good communication.
yeah, but I think that'll change.
We currently had good communication and he's
I
not
just-
in office yet.
If we say, if we abide by the governor's office recommendations of just combining all the grants into one department, now you're talking about TDA grants, USDA grants, EDA grants, those usually go through the office, county judge's office. I don't know if the sheriff will be, if we're gonna be encumbering him, and with just moving, including the law enforcement grants that of course he would be extremely interested in.
I think it's always been law enforcement with law enforcement, correct?
That's,
Is that correct?
That's
I
what
think
we've
for
done.
the most part, but since, this is a recommendation, we don't have to follow it, but.
My suggestion is to not follow it. I mean, we've been doing it this way since I've been here, so.
But we're lacking a lot of information there. That I hope, once Sheriff Montes moves in there, we'll be able to access. Would you have access to all this information?
Yes, right now I have access to it.
Okay, well then that would be able to solve potential problems.
Mr. Montes, you want to get what help with that, right?
I will, once I'm in there, whatever needs to be done or dealt with,
I guarantee you it'll happen.
Well, I think there's a big picture here. I think, we're on the verge of losing $1.1 million. We have disagreements, as far as the auditor taking over, if this person gets this, and, So, at the end of the day, we're gonna have our residents that live here, suffer because of this, if we do lose this grant. Because this is security that we're gonna provide for our
We've been,
constituents.
Commissioner, I think we've been trying for, three and a half years.
I mean, we've been going back and forth, for 3 years, sending messages to the governor's office. I think the easiest thing right now, I think you're in agreement if the sheriff-elect takes the grant, you'll be the financial officer, is that correct?
Correct.
And you'll be able to help us out as far as, being in communication with the judge's office and the commissioner's.
And so we'll just keep the other ones separate, and
Yeah,
not
we can
follow
do
the
that.
governor's office recommendations of.
Judge, I make a motion to designate Sheriff-elect Ramon Montes as authorized official, Trufo Gonzalez as a financial officer, and project director would be somebody within your department, is that
No, it's
correct?
gonna be Roxy and.
It'll be Roxy Elizondo for fiscal year 25,
Roxy or
operation
Roxy?
Lone Star
Roxy,
4372602, effective January 1st, 2025.
Yeah, Roxy and Sony will be the project.
The project director. All right, I'll second it.
Yep, whatever. As long as we get that.
Did you get that, Roxy Elizondo, the project director, Ms. Mergen?
Mm-hmm. And Triunfo will be the,
Financial officer, and
Financial
Sheriff-elect Ramon Montes, authorized official, effective January 1st.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales, to move forward with Operation Lone Star. I think we've missed 4 months of funding, so we've got 8 months to go. So we'll see, we need to be creative on how we can utilize those funds. According, to the budget that was allocated by the governor's office, once it's activated, Sheriff, we can then make some adjustments, request some adjustments from the governor's office, and they'll be willing to work for it. Of course, we do have a grant writer that is also assisting.
That would be Rodney, right?
Dr. Rodney Rodriguez is the grant writer, and we'll certainly I guess he'll be offering his assistance surely every step of the way. But I think it's very important that we clean up all these
we'll fix
missing
it.
aspects.
All the wrinkles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't know if, because currently they will have a hold, even if we activate it,
Whatever.
probably be January 1st. If we activate it, more than likely we'll have a hold until all these deficiencies are taken care of. So I'm gonna ask the county auditor if he has access to them, start working on them today, and make sure that,
We got a
For the
lot of-
transfer
We've got a
of-
lot of work to do, and then, as you know, these are, based on stats.
Of course.
So we did drop from 3 million to 1 million, and, the court does have faith in your office, the upcoming office, that we will pick up the stats, so
Yes.
hopefully we go up to 2 million, 3 million, and everything is to benefit the county, of
Of
course.
course, we will.
Yes, sir.
We'll pick up that
Thank you.
slack, and I guarantee you that it'll be justified, and
Very well.
you'll see the numbers.
okay, all right,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge, Commissioner.
We got a motion second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We got some consent items, got some street lights. Item number 7, 3054 North US Highway 83 and 21st Street
East.
Avenue, and Evergreen Avenue.
Make a motion to approve, 7A and 7B.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Solis to approve the consent items as presented, seconded by
Garza.
Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Good deal.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, and half a day.
By Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Morales. We're now adjourned. Commissioner, we'll see you all. Happy New Year.